Hello students of class 8th. This presentation is for the subject science. Today we are going to start with your second chapter, that is microorganisms, friends and foe. So let's start with the introduction. Students, your mother always asks you to maintain hygiene and cleanliness. Rather, today, because of COVID-19, everyone is saying to maintain cleanliness and hygiene. Now, your mom asks you to wash your hands before eating. She asks you to brush your teeth daily. She also asks you to take bath daily and clean your body properly. Not only that, she herself keeps enough cleanliness at your house so that there is no dust or dirt anywhere. Now the question is, why your mother is so particular about maintaining hygiene and cleanliness? So the reason is the fear of microorganisms. What are microorganisms? They are extremely small organisms which we cannot see from our naked eyes. Now, when we can't see them, we really don't know whether they are present there or not. But these microorganisms can cause a lot of diseases, and that is why they are scary to us. Like you are afraid of cockroach. So if you see a cockroach, you will immediately kill that cockroach, right? But if you don't know that the microorganism is present there or not, but you are scared of it and you cannot even see it, so how will you kill it? So to keep away from them, we just wash ourselves. Okay. Now, instead of using the term microorganisms, if I use the term germs, I think you will relate with it better. You must have seen so many advertisements on television, especially during these days when COVID-19 is spreading, saying that you should wash your hands with hand wash for about 20 seconds and you should wash your hands very frequently so that you can protect yourself from germs, from the harmful germs. So what are these germs? All we are told is that if we do not maintain hygiene and cleanliness, it will give rise to germs. And what are germs? Germs are nothing but microorganisms. So whenever we think about such microorganisms, they appear like devil for us. So we feel that microorganisms are really very scary. Now the question arises, are all the microorganisms harmful to us, or is harming us is the only purpose they have? Well, the answer is not really. All microorganisms are not harmful to us. Students, microorganisms can also be friendly. Actually, there are two categories of microorganisms. One is the good or friendly microorganisms, and the other category is the harmful microorganisms. So these harmful microorganisms are the one which are to be scared of. They can cause diseases, they can make us ill, but the friendly microorganisms actually don't harm us. Rather, they help us. Yes, here you heard it correct, that they help us. We will see further in this chapter that what are those friendly microorganisms which help us and what are those harmful organisms which harm us. But right now we are not going to going into the detail of these two categories, because in this presentation I'm just giving you an intro of the chapter. Okay, so the main thing over here is I'm giving you intro of the microorganisms. What are they actually? Now, before we move further, it is very important to understand what microorganisms are. The term microorganisms and microbes are used interchangeably. What does that mean? That we can say it microorganisms also, we can say it microbes also. They are one and the same thing. So microbes are extremely small organisms which cannot be seen with naked eyes. Actually, micro itself means extremely or very small. Okay, The meaning is in the name itself. We can see them with the help of magnifying glass or a microscope. They are also called microorganisms. The examples of microbes are bacteria, fungi, viruses. You must have heard people saying, I had a viral fever, or I got a bacterial infection in my throat. So these are the diseases like the bacterial infection or viral fever or fungal infection which are caused by any of these microorganisms. Now, important thing I would like to mention here is that viruses are quite different from other microbes, and that is why they are not categorized as microbes. I have included it in the example just because it satisfies the definition of microbes. That is, they are very small and cannot be seen with naked eyes. Actually, viruses do not show the basic characteristics of a living organism. They are an exception. They do not behave like a living organism as long as they are outside the host body. And as soon as they enter the body of other organism, then they start behaving like a living organism. So just because of this absence of this basic characteristic of living organisms in viruses, they are not categorized as microbes. Although they fulfill the definition of microbes, but still we do not categorize them as microbes or as microorganisms. I hope it is clear to you what microbes and microorganisms are. Thank you, students, for listening me so patiently. Complete your home assignments, ask your doubts and study hard. Thank you so much.